皆さん、こんにちは。それでは、元気に第3章を続けていきましょう。今は、税関タワーに向かっているところですが、内部はどう変わっているでしょうか。バニラだと、税関タワーは、クエストの対象にもなっていませんし、存在すら知らないかもしれませんね。なお、リアルの世界に税関タワーは存在します。この辺には、有名なボストン茶会事件の博物館もあるようですが、ゲームでは無視されていますね。念のため、ドアコントローラーを確認します。バニラだと中に入るだけ無駄という場所ですが、私は使わせてもらったことがありませんが、確か、ここをミニッツメンの基地に改造するモッドがあったようななかったような。ドアコントローラーは必要ですね。
Yeah. I see why you're the hotshot around these parts.
「ペントハウスでいいのかな。とりあえず、セリフとクエストだけ訳したので、こういう細かいところが英語のままのものは多数あるはず。
Executive Suite.
I know how it is. When I was first starting out, all it took was for one person to have faith in me. And look at me now.
I don't know. Seems too good to be true.
You'd be amazed how often I hear that. This sort of thing was real common pre-war, though. We're not breaking any new ground here at all. You know, one of your neighbors was here earlier, and she seemed quite satisfied with what we have to offer.
Wait, seriously? That's where she got that pile of light bulbs from? And the generator to run them?
She didn't tell you? That's a shame. I'd hate to think you almost missed out on the opportunity. You don't have to sign anything just yet. Test things out. Talk to your wife. If my advice doesn't work out, no big loss.
We'll see. Excuse me.
Ah, good to see you. I hear business with Diamond City is concluded to everyone's satisfaction. If not current, then future. I must admit, I feel a little guilty. We've parched right into the Commonwealth, and you've been very gracious so far. This region truly is on the rise. It's humbling to see what you've managed to accomplish in such a short time.
You don't seem to have a very good reputation.
Ah, yes, I know the so-called reputation you mean. Truth be told, the NLTC has its share of enemies, competitors, and, sad as it is, even jilted partners. For us, the contract is law, but papers mean little to wastelanders. Our predecessors had to play smart in a world that respects might above the rest. If we didn't employ people like Allison and her mercenaries, business would be impossible, dangerous even. But it has left some hard feelings. No matter how generous we are, attitudes always change quick when we have to enforce equity. That's why having you as a partner is so refreshing. This place is teeming with potential.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you.
I rarely give compliments I don't mean, my friend. I'd like to show you that we're dedicated to getting your people what they need. If I could be so bold as to ask you for a small favor?
Sure. Tell me what's on your mind.
Your go-getting attitude is one of a kind, my friend. We've recently delivered some generator components. And not just scavenged trash, either. Custom-made by my family's craftsmen.
Can you tell me about them?
Oh, I know I don't look it, but I come from an esteemed family of smiths and engineers. Unfortunately, I only ever had a talent for accounting. The Glatton name isn't as prestigious as the merchant clans, like the Proudmoores, but I've never let things like that keep me down.
So, what's the issue?
No issue. The first installment on them is due, and I would like you to collect it and bring it back. Nice and easy. this can be an opportunity for you to see firsthand the kind of business we do, the impact we can make given the chance.
All right. I'll do it.
I'll mark that on your map. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Here's proof that you're our representative, and they should have the sum ready for you. You'll be back in time for dinner.
Almost live from Diamond City. I'm your host, Travis. Lonely Miles.
That has to be the biggest batch order for paint I've ever seen. And why only green?
Don't call her crazy.
ここは、海を泳いでいくととても近いのですが、陸を通るとかなりの回り道になりますね。
Hey there. I heard Glatton is sending you out. I want to come with.
Sure, I guess.
Great. Let's get going then.
Yes?
If you don't stop making enemies, you'll never run. I do love swords. Let's swing by that noodle stand sometime.
Is this worth anything? This world above ground is very confusing.
Yeah? Oh, it's you. Good to see you in these parts.
Do we know each other?
Oh, no. Just my reputation, you know. You're kind of a legend since you kicked the gunners out. Any way I can help?
Thanks. You too.
NLTC sent us to collect the first payment.
Oh, yeah, of course. It was today, wasn't it? Sure makes me feel better seeing you're working with this trading company. I wasn't sure about him at first. The old generator's purring like a kid with the parts they got me, though. Real quality. And they didn't even ask for all the caps up front.
Parts?
Yeah, some raiders trashed the place about a week back. Wrecked the generator, and the thing was already on its last legs. Then I heard a rumor from a traveler that the new merchants are selling quality bits. And don't even ask for money up front, but in chunks over time.
Funny people, travelers. Spread rumors faster than caravans.
You can keep your caps. I'll take care of it.
What? Really? You're definitely something, friend. My door is always open to you and yours.
Hey, I got another errand to run while we're in the area. You'll want to come with, trust me. It's this way.
Always happy to see you.
Not sure I get the Minutemen. Who pays for their gear? How are they getting ammo? Or uniforms? Is there a historical fashion museum around?
Excuse me.
Hey.
Maybe I'll take a peek at their catalog after.
これで終わりなのか。はるばる歩いてきたのに。 ここで残念なお知らせです。オプションのバックストリートアパレルのクエストですが、何度やっても、外のレーダーとタレットを倒して、バックストリートアパレルに入ろうと近づくと CTD してしまいました。ネクサスの第3章のコメント欄に同様のことが書いてないか見てみましたが見つかりませんでした。第3章のバグなのか、他のモッドのバグなのか、合わせ技なのかは、わかりません。第3章のコメントを初めて読みましたが、スターフィールドの前に出そうと急いだのでバグが多いのではと書いてありました。第2章も最初、 セーブに数分かかったりと大変でしたし、最近になってもまだ HQ で持っているキャップを全部取られてしまうというバグがあったくらいなので、出たばかりだとまあしょうがないですね。今は、一旦ゼロになっても返してくれるように修正されましたが、そういえば、スターフィールドも、幹部がベセスダ史上一番バグの少ないゲームになったと言っているようですが、当社費ですからね。ご愁傷様です。私はセールになるまで買いません。フォールアウト76も最初恐ろしいバグがあったようで、集団訴訟騒ぎもあったとかなかったとか。幸い私はすぐには買いませんでしたので大丈夫でしたが。すぐ近くに来たので、メカニストの隠れ家の様子を見に来ました。キンガス氏が言っていましたが、ホームプレートとかボルト88とかの GNN ビルとかの内部セルに物を置くと、ナビメッシュカットが起こり、いろいろなセルに影響を与えるバニラのバグがあるとのことで、ここに透明な壁があるのもそのせいでしょうか。一応、このモッドがそれを修正するとのことですが、ここの透明な壁に関しては解決にはならないようです。ナビメッシュなので、NPC の動線には関係あっても、プレイヤーには関係ないのかも。ナビメッシュわからない。
This is me. You go report, I guess. Maybe keep your cards close to the chest for now.
全く、直訳だと何を言っているのかわかりませんね。今のは、スラングじゃないと思うのですが、スラングは Google 翻訳だと訳せないですね。そういう時は Bing の AI に訳させるといいですね。一通り終わったら見直して、動画を作り直すかもです。その価値があるかどうかは不明ですが。
You got your own money riding on it, right? So, I want in. Your last tip got us enough ammo to last the season.
I'm happy to hear that, but wouldn't your wife be upset with you for investing it all?
Nah, she'll have nothing to complain about when we strike it big.
All right. I'm honored by your trust in me. I'll take good care of your investment. Ah, you're back. So, how did it all go? Did you get the payment from our satisfied customer?
You look like you're keeping busy. What's new?
Well, the first few months are always the busiest. Eventually, business begins to run itself, but for now, it requires a lot of personal involvement. If you're curious, the man that just left is a friend of mine. I've been helping him make sense of this whole investment shebang. It's a new idea around here, and I'd hate to see anyone get taken advantage of.
Here's your caps.
Great. And now you've seen firsthand the kinds of trades we offer to the people here. Sometimes, all folks need is a little boost. Oh, if you'll indulge me for a moment. Allison disappeared for a while there, and I'd wager a guess that she went with you. You've been working with her quite often. Has everything gone okay so far?
Nothing to complain about. We got the job done.
Good. Good. Though that's not quite what I'm worried about. Allison is unstable, irrational, chaotic. If I'm being frank, she's a psychopath. A few years ago, she led an insurrection over a misunderstanding. We tried to reason with her and de-escalate the situation, but she was on a warpath. So many dead. It ended with her murdering my superior, my mentor. Hell, he was like a father to me. But given the right offer, she turned on the same insurrection she'd started. That ought to tell you everything you need to know about Allie.
Why are you only just telling me about this now?
I didn't want you to think badly of me for keeping her on payroll. Allie is effective and controllable while she's getting paid. As unpleasant as I find it to have to work with a murderer, I shudder to think how much more bloodshed there would have been if we hadn't recruited her. The whole damned incident is difficult to talk about, but I feel that we're starting to trust one another, and I want you to have all the facts.
Thanks. I appreciate the warning.
Of course, my friend. It shouldn't affect your work with her, but just be careful with her. In any case, that was all I had for now. Business is running smooth for the moment, but feel free to drop in anytime. Stay safe out there.
なんだか、損ばかりしているような気がする。
This budget, that... Lydia doesn't seem to get that business is more than just numbers. Wish I could go sailing without a full crew, security, and a stock of Rad-X. There's just no feeling like it.
Basement.
視界を見に来ました。寝たいのですが、このビルには私の使えるベッドがないようです。果たして、アドバンスニーズ76を使う必要があるのかないのか。なんか、すぐ喉が渇くし、眠いし、いろいろとおかしくなっているような気がする。イマーシブとか誰も求めてないとすら思う。
Swords, shotguns, sniper rifles, rocket launchers. Hard to pick just one to stick with. Though I do love swords.
Lobby.
Institute, Railroad, Brotherhood, Gunners.
Hold on a minute.
Fun never ends in this.
I'd like to speak with you. Privately.
Of course. I'm all yours.
Excellent. Please, follow me to my office.
"今そこから来たばかりですが。
Home office isn't so bad, so long as you're one of the insiders. Or you have caps. Same thing now that I think about it.
Basement.
Not sure I get the Minutemen.
Now this
Pays
should
for their
work.
gear. How are they
I
getting
was
ammo? Or
tempted to make an
uniforms?
appointment in another
Is there a
derelict
historical
warehouse
fashion
for
museum around?
the theatrical flourish, but alas, this will have to do.
Maybe I can take you out to dinner. See a movie, or whatever people do these days.
There was a delightful cabaret on the lower levels of home office that was perfect for clandestine meetings. It is a shame we're so far from it. If you endeavor to distract me, you've succeeded. Congratulations.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I appreciate your patience. What I'm about to say goes against my self-interest. In less precarious circumstances, I would call it foolish. First, I would like to ask about your opinion of Mr. Glatton.
He doesn't strike me as the dishonest type.
His entire career has relied on instilling that perception. Allow me to illustrate the future of the Commonwealth as envisioned by our chief trader. You will see an increase in supply of necessities in dire demand. Luxuries, commodities, custom components. More caps than this region has ever seen. Then, the interest on loans will begin to accumulate. The talented will be poached with better prospects. The naive will be ruthlessly drained of their money, dignity, health, and for some of them, even of their lives. You will then be cut off. the NLTC will leave, having made a massive return on investment, and leaving this region a barely hospitable slum.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're taking this better than I thought you would. I appreciate that. There is an alternative to that course. One that keeps the NLTC here as a true partner to your ventures. I would like to depose Mr. Glatton.
I'd prefer a peaceful solution.
I, of course, don't mean anything as barbaric as killing him. Merely removing him from his position won't help either of us. If he's compromised, this delegation will be called back to Home Office, making this all a waste of time. We have to prove that the Commonwealth remains a worthwhile investment, and without him taking the credit for it.
Why should I help you instead?
Mr. Glatton isn't interested in your sustained economic growth. He's after a quick return and a pat on the head from the board. He will then spin the board a story about ungrateful savages that wasted their gracious investments, and they will just be happy to have turned a profit. As difficult as it may be to believe, I am far more vested in the long-term prosperity of the Commonwealth.
Sounds simple enough.
Simple only as far as your prospective job in this venture. I've already done the hard planning. The first thing to focus on is finding tangible proof that would sway the board of directors. And if there's one thing they have no choice but to care about, it's breach of contract. I know for a fact that Mr. Glatton is far too arrogant and impatient to utilize the contracts honorably out here. And recently, he slipped up. Instead of leaving his paperwork to me as always, he insisted I take a break. Said I looked tired. There's something in that paperwork that he doesn't want me to see.
So what's the deal with you two anyway?
The deal is that I've worked with him for years, traveling to fledgling communities, trying to establish proper partnerships. The deal is that just as my investments begin to bear fruit, he takes over and reaps it all until there's nothing left and nothing will ever grow again. The deal is that he's a two-faced, short-sighted asshole and an embarrassment to what the NLTC should be.
There's more to this story.
I gathered the intelligence. It's me that makes the introductions, runs our logistics, and reports back to Home Office. But when he takes everything the towns have to give, he's the one the board throws a banquet. And he has the gall to congratulate me on the team effort afterwards. He makes me sick. For more reasons than I care to mention.
I appreciate you telling me.
It occurs to me that I never had the opportunity to share this with anyone. I've had no allies in this. Not on the expeditions, not on the board. It's imperative that whatever Mr. Glatton is doing, be locate it and bring it to the board. He's hiding something, and I want you to find it for me.
All right. I'll go along with it.
This will require a little subterfuge. He likely has a manifest of his financial activities. Bookkeeping has never been his strong suit, so he'll be keeping detailed notes for himself. Search his office, quietly, and bring me anything that looks like his personal notes.
Is all that really necessary? What's there to learn?
Numbers are something of a specialty of mine. If his personal records don't match the official ones, I should see it immediately. It won't give us the full context, but it will provide a venue of investigation. Where there's smoke, as the expression goes.
I'm on it.
It occurs to me that you can ask Miss Gale's assistance. I wouldn't give her the details, but she has a vehement dislike of the man that rivals my own. There is little chance of her informing him of this plan, and I'm sure she wouldn't be against a little prank at his expense. Especially if it's paid. Here, I'll write a payslip for her. Be careful. Once you have the manifest, bring it to me as soon as you can.
New mission available.
Mission successful.
いつも高評価、そして、チャンネル登録ありがとうございます。とても励みになっております。
Glad I started wearing.
いやー、モッドって本当にいいものですね。最後までご視聴ありがとうございました。